Welcome to Powerworks Robotic Lawnmowers. In the following video, we'll show you the best tips for an easy and safe installation. To optimize the cutting time, install the charging station closest to the largest cutting area. The cable that connects your power supply with the charging base is 10 meters long. Place the charging station on a level spot and connect it. The light on your charging station will start flashing blue until the cables are connected to the charging base later in the installation process. Insert the safety key under the cover of the mower and turn it to the Enable position. A blue light starts flashing. When the blue light is steady, the mower can pair with the app. Placing the mower in the charging station while laying the boundary and guide wires allows you to simultaneously charge the battery. Downloading our app via Apple Store or Google Play and connecting it with your mower allows you to access our quick installation guide. For the installation, you need one rubber mallet or hammer, one pair of combination pliers, one poly grip to press the couplers together, one 6mm hex key to fasten the charging base. Start with the installation of the boundary wire. Keep at least 1 meter of cable next to the charging station. Fasten it with a knot to stop the wire from getting loose. Fix the cable with pegs slightly below ground level with the help of a mallet or a hammer. Getting help from a friend makes the installation process both faster and more fun. There are different distances to keep while laying the boundary wire, depending on the type of obstacles you are facing. The included distance measuring tool helps make sure to keep the wire at the right distance. In front of soft edges, ditches, flower beds, and curbstones 1 to 5 centimeters high, we recommend keeping a distance of 30 centimeters. Otherwise, the mower could drive over the edge and get stuck. 35 centimeters in front of fixed obstacles of 5 centimeters and higher. "10 centimeters is the distance to choose near paved paths on level with the lawn, permitting the mower to use part of the path to turn and leaving no grass uncut. These distances ensure the safest operation. However, it is possible to optimize the position of the boundary wire gradually once you've learned how the mower works on your particular lawn. To separate parts of the garden that you do not want your robotic lawnmower to collide with or drive over, you can create a so-called island, going out to that area and around the obstacle with your wire and back. Continue to lay the wire in the remaining area. Make sure that the wires do not overlap or cross. Your mower will not be affected by the two wires lying close together. It will continue with the cutting in the designated area as planned. If you are going to install a guide wire, create an eyelet with circa 20 centimeters extra boundary wire at the point where the guide wire will later be connected. Continue the installation of the boundary wire until you are back at the charging station. When you decide to install the guide wire, tie a knot behind the charging station and drag the wire straight out. Then secure the wire in the tracks placed at the backside of the base. Fasten the charging base securely to the ground using the supplied 5 long screws and your 6mm hex key. Make sure that the charging station is placed on level ground. Now, put the lawnmower back in the charging position. Plan carefully where your guide wire should go to optimize your mowing time. You can easily set different starting positions in your app so that you mow different parts of the lawn on different days. Then the lawn will be evenly and nicely cut. When you connect the guide cable with the boundary wire, use the supplied couplers. Here, it is important that the ends are fully inserted in the connector to avoid future problems with the loop signal. Squeeze down the button on top of the splice and guide wire connector fully until you hear a click. It is important to use the connectors which are supplied with the product to avoid errors. The wires are fastened tightly to the ground with pegs outside the loop with the use of a hammer. Keep in mind that the cables will become invisible within a couple of weeks, thanks to the mower pressing them into the ground by going over them several times, and grass overgrowing the area. Connect the boundary wire to the charging station as follows. Remove the protective cover on the charging station and thread the wire behind the tabs into the channel at the rear of the charging station. Press the connector onto the metal pins on the charging station, marked with left and right arrows. Make sure the boundary wire to the right of the charging station is connected to the arrow pointing right, and the same for the left side, pointing left. The LED indicator lights up green when the charging station is powered and the boundary wire is correctly installed. Once all cables are well stored in place, put the cover back on. Make sure the key is on position 1. Now press down and activate the start button. The installation is complete. Powerworks robotic lawnmowers. No more excuses.